We're set for the matchup at the X. Jared Chenoy for Richmond in there. He is close to breaking school records in some categories, but this faceoff is won by Luke Engelke, and he pulls that one out, and the Blue Devils are underway on the offensive attack. And down to 10 seconds now as the Spiders double. Ben Johnston trying to move into a shot, and Zach Vigue not able to stop that one. Johnston bounces one in, and the Devils take a 1-0 advantage here on the first possession early in the first.
Yeah, even though that clock was running out, I was concerned when that ball came across to Johnston because that's what he can do for you. He's very athletic. He can split even against the pole and get his hands free, and he makes a great shot there.
That's his 15th goal of the season. And this is as the shot clock is winding down, and Vigue just couldn't quite get a piece of it. Zach Vigue has been outstanding for Richmond in the cage, but Duke takes an early 1-0 advantage. Now Chenoy rips one out. Chenoy transitioning quickly. He'll fire, and he'll answer at the other end. Jared Chenoy, who had missed the first 4 games of the season, back in action in the Cornell game, and shows what he can do quickly.
It's made a huge difference. Obviously, his coming back from an early season injury, and there where the face-offs for Richmond have improved steadily since he's been back. And in the last game of the game before, he made the exact same play. And
Jack Papendick is out there starting in that second midfield today. Thomas Delgado will get some time in there. This is Kirsch's with that earlier move. And the Blue Devils answer that one quickly, scoring on a move in front of Vigue there.
Great look by Sloat.
That happened extremely fast. So we're now 2-1 Duke. We'll take a second look at it here.
They moved Sloat down to the attack. And I thought in the last game against Providence, it was really kind of a coming out party for him.
Ben McCarthy, Cal Girard, the other two who have taken a lot of draws this year for Duke. And now Engelke comes out with it. Quickly to the offensive attack, and a shot, and another Duke goal, this time from Eric Mulver. And Duke takes a 3-0 advantage here.
That faceoff guy coming down, and the defensive end there, you really want to hold on those attackmen, but the temptation to slide even late to the faceoff guy creates that space for Mulver on the side, on the wing. And so clearing the ball efficiently is going to be a key for Richmond.
Spiders to this offensive attack. Merklinger there. A shot speared by Patrick Jamieson. Those are your starters.
Looks like Duke's going to rotate 4 guys through that second unit in the midfield.
This is Papendick there. His shot ricochets loose. Vigue diving out for it, and he comes up with it after Papendick was unable to get the shot to go in.
And I'd like to see Pilling not wander so much on that, trying to support that dodge, giving Graham some space on the inside. That's where he's best.
That shot's a little bit off target there from Oliver. And it'll be a Richmond possession still. Lucas Olson.
And here's the second piece of this for Duke defensively is you got Aiden McGuire covering here. They have really athletic short sticks, maybe the best pair in the country, and the luxury of not having a slide in every instance, although they needed to slide right there.
That's a goal for Joe Sheridan, his 10th of the year. Got in close, fired up top. Gets the Spiders back within one now at 3-2 with 6:58 to play in the first. Let's take another look.
And again, I was just saying that they didn't need to slide to their short sticks, and Sheridan gets one there. He may take the majority of them, but they're going to need Granger and some of these other guys to step up and get a couple for them.
Yeah, DeCenzo's already taken a couple today, earlier. Here comes a flag on the hit on Alpaw. And you look at Duke, they've got, Molliver's got 5-man-up goals, and then Luke Graham, the former Spider, also has 5.
That's his bread and butter in there, and that's what they almost created that in the all-even by giving him some space, and that's going to be his strength.
Merklinger to Olsen, and Olsen fires and scores from the wing. Little low-high shot from Olsen there, and Luke Olsen's got his 9th, and That takes care of that opportunity and ties the game at 3.
Changing the plane on that shot, low to high like that, it's a really tough stop, and that's a really effective shot.
Good shot from Luke Olson that time. 9th of the season. And the Spiders capitalize on that man-up opportunity there.
Heavily recruited kid, well known in the recruiting by the college coaches, and so when your coach asks you maybe to assume that role, there's some notoriety there.
Good stop that time on the Olsen shot by Jamison. So Duke now with possession. Max Sloat here on the wing. Watched closely by Dunham. Tried to get a pick there. Sloat fires, and he answers from long distance that time. And Max Sloat with his 12th of the season, and it's tied at 4.
I think if Dunham winds up covering Sloat that far from the goal, then Richmond's going to need to support that.
Take a second look at it.
Sloat is very athletic. We described him as being big and strong. He's also fast and can snap it off on the run. I don't think you'd shy away from him. A player like Sheridan would shy away from him on the dodge.
Connor Nolan with a nice shoulder there into Merklinger, who keeps moving. Shot clock under 10. Spiders need an Olsen rip here, and it's stopped by Jamison.
So we'll see whether or not it has an effect over the course of the game.
And Chenoy takes out another face-off win. Got Cal Gerard that time, who takes it back from him, however. And now some rough contact brings a flag.
Dunham.
12 seconds left on the penalty.
Little panic by Dunham there.
Graham's parked by that far post. Here is a shot that's going to beat Vigu on the wing, and a goal for Duke. Graham Blake again answering with this one here. And now Duke takes a 5-4 advantage on Blake's tally with the man-up opportunity.
That's a fifth-year transfer from Harvard, and the second goal of the day.
Dunham was kind of caught between two players there, and that left him open. And you see Graham at the top of the screen there, right by that far pole. Goes back there to Creo, looking in front. Close in charge. That one knocked aside. And then knocked away. Spiders pick it up.
Nice save by Jamison.
Shot clock reset. Good save indeed by Jamison, but the Spiders keep the pressure on here. Aiden O'Neill from this near side. Marklinger working against defense. Back to Aiden O'Neill. Getting in close range, turning, firing, and stopped there by Jamison. A good...
Up here's trouble. Yep, now we got it.
Shot clock's down to 10. Oliver looking for somebody in front. Finds Graham. His shot may have gone out the back of a defender in front. Hunter Smith on defense against Oliver. He tried to flip one in front. It comes free. And Bigu trying to get on that. We're going to get a flag out. We'll get another look at this right here. Comes a little late. That's Farrell.
Statistics on that, man up and man down. It's remarkable, really, how few penalties have been called in any of the games that we've witnessed so far.
So 1 minute on Farrell. Unnecessary roughness. Duke will test this Spider man down defense, and they'll tally again. Look who it is one more time. It's Graham Blake, his third goal of the day, and Duke now up 6-4.
Yeah, a little 2-4, a little double crease action on both sides. Really tough to cover.
Take a second look at it. You've got Graham in front, and then Blake slides down a little bit, and he's able to get one by Vigu. McGuire on Evan O'Neill. A little bit of an angle there, but can't take the shot yet.
You can see that they show a little bit on defense to McGuire, but they're getting back to cover their own.
McGuire dumps O'Neill after the shot.
When you slide on defense, you're helping your team, but you're also creating space for the other team. And so if you can not have to slide to every matchup, puts you in a much better posture defensively.
Oliver has it and works his way upfield. To Graham behind the cage. Now Duke resets. Bring out that midfield with McAdory. He's racing ahead quickly. He's going to shoot that. It's off the post. It got by Vigu, but ricocheted all the way to midfield. Devils get back to it with Delgado now into the action.
Playing the top guy every game in and game out, and has done a really nice job in his individual defense.
The goals don't come easy against this Richmond team if you're the opposition. This is in tight. Vigu, wow. Big sprawling attempt and a stop there on the shot attempt in close by Delgado, and the Spiders will get possession. Olsen gets the pick from O'Neill. Going to take a shot anyway, and it's right there into the netting of Jamison.
And so between being rivals and having coached a lot of years, I've got to know him well. He does a terrific job.
Well, Richmond gets that run out, but there's only 1 second on the shot clock.
And Richmond has been effective on the ride, again using their athleticism and the effort of covering ground.
This has been a close series. Duke overall is held an 8-1 advantage coming into today in the series, but the games have been tightly contested. That shot easily stopped by Jamison, by Evan O'Neill. Spiders knock it free again. They get it back.
Another win on the ride. Well, again, if you're having trouble getting by your guy, having trouble creating space, again, the best way to be effective offensively is to look for those transition opportunities, to be aggressive going after them.
O'Neill, shot is stopped, though, by Jamison.
It's a good move by Aiden O'Neill, though. Strong move on a corner. We've seen a little bit more of Olsen today, but I haven't really seen, have you picked up on Little John out there at all?
He's been out at times, but for the moment is not out there.
Yeah.
Here comes Olsen in tight, and
Nice.
he finds the corner. Olsen got that one through. Spiders get a tally and make it a 6-5 game now as they pull within 1 on the Olsen goal.
Almost on cue.
10 for Olsen now. We'll take another look at it. This just gets by his defender and takes it right in.
And this is where I was mentioning earlier that Duke's a little slow to slide.
And again, that's significant because of the numbers we mentioned earlier about Duke's third quarter shooting. And another one around the net, Sheridan.
I don't think they're going to shy away from that matchup with Christmas to go to the goal. Sheridan, again, probably Richmond's best outside Dodger, midfield Dodger.
Sheridan just circles around a little bit from the midsection down low, and he fires it right through. Gets it past Patrick Jamison. O'Neill, Evans spinning behind the cage. Back out front to his brother Aiden, and now near side to Alpaw. Alpaw's going to charge in. He's in close. Here he goes, and he's stopped close. He might have got a whistle here on that one.
Doesn't look like he's going to get a push call. That could have been a push, but again, we're not seeing a lot of penalties called, which I'm okay with.
Molliver trying to get away from Hunter Smith. Shot clock at 10. Smith doing a good job, but an in-tight feed and a goal there from Papendick on a great pass as the shot clock was expiring, and that's the second goal today for Duke with that clock winding down.
Just that little bit of space at the end there, in the crease as a defender, you can't be trailing that guy. You need to have your stick on his stick.
Aiden O'Neill's picked up by Charlie Johnson. Evan O'Neill gets a short stick matchup out front. Going to get in close, fire, it's sealed off. Good stop there by Jamison. And that Jamison starts the breakout for Duke. Off the top bar, it appeared. Duke gets another chance, leading 7-6. here in the third with 2:45 left. In front, a low shot and a goal. Nice feed, good shot, and Graham Blake has scored again for the Blue Devils.
Richmond drops into a zone. Duke goes to a 1-4-1. They've got two guys inside. Blake and Graham run a little switch play inside.
Well, that's 4 for Blake today.
Blake open on the back door. Graham have been a little quiet, like you're suggesting, and some of these other guys have stepped up and made plays.
Shot clock's at 10 as the third quarter winds down. And there's another goal, circling around the net, firing and scoring that time. It's Ben Johnston on the tally, his second of the day, and now Duke's up 9-6.
Yeah, at the end of the clock, you're dodging with a little bit more desperation, a little more urgency. Right off that pick, you could see that was going to be problematic. I'd like to have seen some of those Richmond wing defenders have dropped in a little bit tighter.
Pappendick holding there. Circles in front. Vigu stops it, and then he's able to get a hold of it.
Good save by
Zach Vigu that time.
At the end.
Now Richmond's got a chance. Packard racing ahead.
No substitutions. Keep your people in the game. Push the pace.
Gets it to O'Neill. 2 seconds.
That's
Throw
it.
Out front. Shot from distance to Evan O'Neill. Doesn't quite go. It's stopped by Jamison. Now Pilling drawing the matchup here defensively. And a shot from distance and a Duke goal that time as Max Sloat worked his way into the open space and is able to tally to make it 10-6 Blue Devils.
Sloat again continues to feel a little bit, and that overhand high-to-high stroke, really tough on the goalies. We talk about deception when you're shooting the ball, and that overhand tends to draw that goalie down just a little bit with that lead shoulder, and then to come back upstairs puts a really tough shot on Zach. Little John out setting a pick on the perimeter.
Sun begins to peek out for a moment here amidst the clouds at Robins Stadium. In the middle, and a shot from Joe Sheridan on the feed from Littlejohn. And the Spiders get one of those goals back. Make it 10-7 Duke. 11:33 still to play in this fourth quarter.
A lot of lacrosse left. Good movement off the ball. Nice handle on the inside. Good finish. The most important piece of that is what do you do when a game is being decided? And this game is clearly in the process of being decided right now.
Merklinger out front. And Richmond's got a 14-6 advantage at the X today. That one hit the post and ricocheted to the sideline. And Merklinger is going to win the run out there. So 14-6 in the face-off advantage for Richmond throughout the course of the game today.
The face-off piece is a little bit of a surprise, and the riding, effectiveness of riding has been a little bit of a surprise in Richmond's favor. What we've also witnessed, you and I were talking about a little bit earlier, was, it feels like they've really had to work hard.
Creo with the tally.
Down the alley against the pole. Again, that was a same shot as the other one at this end, that overhand high-to-high.
Creo gets around the defense of Keith Boyer, and Richmond pulls to within 2 at 10-8, 10:25 to go, and we're back to the X. Gavin Creo's 6th of the season. Nice to see him put one in. Richmond back within 2, and Shanoy pulls out another one. Shanoy's got open room to work here. He's going to fire this one. He scores! Jared Shanoy, second goal of the game, pulls the Spiders within 1.
And now, does he go back and take the next faceoff, or is he headed to the bench?
Shanoy, right from the start, took it away from Ben McCarthy. They left him alone.
You're looking at Richmond's MVP so far in this game, right there.
There's a toss out front. Duke works the offense.
I was going to say, find Graham on the backside.
feeds it over here to Cosolito. His shot stopped by Vigu. Good time to come up with that.
Top teams in their best years, they just got guys that are bigger and faster and stronger than yours, and it's not that complicated.
Here's O'Neal. And a shot in front. What a shot that was from Littlejohn on the feed.
Great handle on the inside.
Ties the game at 10 as Littlejohn almost prone to the ground, able to put that one in.
And that's what Aiden O'Neal's coming to the goal the way he has consistently all day. That's what it does to a defense. It just softens him up a little bit. He hasn't finished every opportunity, but he's come to the corner and gotten some good shots, so the defense has to respect him. That creates a little bit of space on the inside for, in this case, Littlejohn.
Now, Duke closed on him, but Littlejohn able to finish. That's his first goal of the day, his 16th of the season. And Smith's all over him.
This is a little bit of problem here. Richmond needs to be ready to help out here.
Oliver with Packard in front. Duke answers. And that is Papendick again for another tally for him today. Second goal for Papendick, and Duke once again. Every time Richmond's tied the game up, the Blue Devils get the answer.
That's what a good team does.
Jack Papendick with the tally, his second of the day. Off to Sheridan, who's picked up a couple goals today.
Find O'Neal here. Give him some space.
10 seconds. Here's O'Neal.
Guire's a really good defender, but your best attackman has got to be able to put some pressure on the cage here.
O'Neal fires and can't get it to go through. It does reset the clock, and Richmond will be awarded the possession there on that rundown. Wow. Spiders are fortunate maybe to keep a hold of that one. Merklinger in front, and that just is stopped in front on the shot. Another feed in front. That one turned aside.
Oh, they got it.
Finally, the third one's in. It's Littlejohn again. Lucas Littlejohn ties the game at 11 on his second of the day. Merklinger started this here. Littlejohn in front. That one stopped. O'Neal back in front one more time, didn't get through. Littlejohn stays with it and buries it.
But again, I don't think Richmond needs to panic about that.
I mean, Richmond's outshot Duke 22-11 in the second half, Tom. Here's Sloat, had it taken away. Packard has it. Packard on the run. He's got to get past McAdory, who's pretty quick. He gets it ahead quickly, so Richmond gets to the offensive end.
If they can attack in the unsettled, they can keep those offensive players in the game. Got McAdory back there on defense. You got Johnston back there on defense. You got Graham back there on defense.
Yeah, McAdory's waving for people to get off the field.
Don't give. There you go. Don't give this one away. This is when you don't call a timeout. You don't want to give them a chance to adjust their personnel.
Pilling is leaving.
Going to get a little bit of a numbers advantage.
And he does it again, Littlejohn. On the feed in front. Littlejohn had been scoreless until these last few minutes, and now Richmond leads 12-11. A one-goal lead for the Spiders with 2:52 left. And this crowd sensing the opportunity for Richmond on its feet.
They start with Graham behind, but he's not going to stay there. He rotates around with Maliver taken behind the goal. This is the one I'd be worried about, Sloat.
Sloat fires and scores and ties the game.
Needed to get through that pick really much cleaner.
And Sloat tallies and evens things up here. And he's got Olsen out there with him.
Yeah, Sheridan covered by Boyer, who might be their best defender.
Jake Wilson's on Olsen. Here's Pickert. Trying to go to work. Fires one that bounces free. Picked up by Duke. Blue Devils have it. They've got 7 seconds. Racing up. Going to get a last-second shot over here. And that one's stopped by the stick of Hunter Smith. And Duke can't get one off. And we'll go to overtime. Boy, you had McAdory right there. 4 ground balls in a season. I'm sorry, not in a season, in a career, excuse me. Duke has it now, though. And that shot sticked aside. Sloat's got it now. And Pilling turns him aside.
You need to help, and you need to cover up on the inside.
He's by himself over there.
He's coming for his own.
Tried to sneak one through. It's stopped by Vigu, and then he collects the loose ball. Coming up on 10 seconds to shoot here on the clock. Olsen trying to get a shot or a position for a shot. 5 seconds.
Got to finish this dodge right here.
Merklinger's got to take something, and it's well off target. Spiders couldn't take advantage of that opportunity, and the Duke defense was solid. Coming up on a minute left in the extra session.
Richmond pushing up on the ride.
It's McAdory.
Get back now. Get back on the inside and get settled. Yep.
Far side.
Oh,
Vigu
big save.
Stop. Sloat took the shot. Vigu saw it all the way. Looking for somebody in front. Maybe trying to find Little John in there somewhere. He's got a long stick on him this time. Out top. O'Neal, far side. Shot. And it's wide. Merklinger took it. 5 seconds left in the overtime. Can you get a shot off here?
They're going to try.
Just in front and stopped.
Pilling, Chenoy, Stull. It's been the face-off unit for Richmond. That's what they come out with.
A real scramble for this possession now. And finally, Duke has it. It is McGuire, and McGuire buries it. Aiden McGuire comes up with the huge ground ball off the face-off and takes it down to the other end and puts it in and puts Duke on top to end this one.